Hello and welcome back to Shop Does Things, and today we're playing some standard tank Shanks, running 3 dragons, 3 Shanks. Gonna try out the 3 dragon list again. It feels pretty good. Been back and forth on it, so we'll see how that goes. We're gonna be testing in some green Bonney. I've had some people asking about the matchup. I held a poll on the Shanks Discord server to see people wanted to see matchup-wise, and Bonney was fairly well requested. Just under Groupable Luffy, which frankly I couldn't find any of to test into, as well as Rayleigh. Rayleigh players are pretty hit or miss on the sim, so I'm going to try and find an actual Rayleigh player I know to test the deck with. But until then, I hope you enjoy the games of today. I think Bonnie's a fairly favored matchup, although it definitely can be kind of tough if they see their top end and hit you with a lot of Tashigis back-to-back. We're not playing control, but Beckman is still a very integral part to the matchup. So if they see too many Tashigis, it could definitely be a struggle. But I think in most cases it's fairly favored, and with their new emphasis on the 8-cost Mihawk, 9-cost Shanks is very powerful into that matchup. Either way, I hope you enjoy these games, and let's get right into it. Alright, we have our first Bonney. We have Double Searcher in hand, that's really strong. I'm actually going to keep just because of this. Having Marco and Beckman on curve is also nice. But, yeah, we'll see. I'm going to take a 2k here because it's our only option. Off this search, we're going to grab... Divine Departure is really strong, actually. But I also like the idea of boss monsters a lot more. Ideal world, he goes 8 at life, to be honest. I'll take Sec at 7, I guess. I mean, I'm just going to eat the 7k, right? Leave it down open, makes sense. Dragon and Rush Shanks are both strong as well. We'll just go 8. Leave it down open, bluff a counter event or something or other. Doesn't make much difference to me. Sure. Play what? Cavendish, I guess. Oshiro, yeah, cool. This time we're gonna play the Shanks guy. Actually, I can play Marco on Papa's blocker, which I like a lot. He doesn't have Dawn open, so we'll do that. Shanks is good to develop as well, but I just find a little more value in getting rid of Koshiro for free. Small little chum blocker. Also lets us get a swing through now and also later, and have the option of having a tiny little chum blocker. Also no protection for Cavendish if it comes up. Or at least less. Hand's looking pretty good. A little bricky, but that's fine into Bonney. She doesn't apply a ton of pressure. I don't mind Rosie. That's just KO protection. That's not like universal, like what would you call it? It's not universal like Tashiki. That's what it is. And it's also only rested characters, so that's less of a concern. Is Cavendish gonna swing here? I assume it would. He could go Cavendish into a 3-cost Tashiki, which would kind of bone me, not gonna lie. But that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, we're just gonna take 7. I don't want to counter a 7. It's just 2 gone for. Okay, that's fair. We just Beckman this. Not a whole lot to it. Swing 7 at life. Get rid of the annoying Marco Gal. Sorry, go to Cavendish. You could block this swing. You can probably block 2k this swing if he really wants to. That makes sense. Yumi, we'll remove Cavendish. Free of charge. Gotta love Ben Beckman. This one's looking pretty good. If he wants to drop a boss monster, we have an immediate KO Shanks response, which is pretty much as good as it gets. We also have Rush Shanks, we can just drop passively with no swing. Which I'm pretty cool with as well. Probably going to KO Shanks the Mihawk, though. He does get a good bit of value off of that. I am going to leader effect Beckman this, and then if he wants to swing Bonney, I will 2k. He does not. Now, unfortunately, due to sequencing, this Mihawk's gonna get value. Oh, wait. This kind of sucks. So if I play KO Shanks first, I can pop Mihawk But then I run the risk of him resting this and playing Film Shanks and then popping it. So I need to bait out leader effects first. And have him not use his Mihawk. If I swing 7, he probably just uses Mihawk is the issue. So I think we actually go... five leader, and then ideally he rests this. Yeah. And then blocks with something. Or doesn't, that works too. Sweet. And now that that's out of the way, we can pop Mihawk and swing 6. And it's looking pretty bricky, not gonna lie, but we're in a good spot. We have established our one boss monster, and it is active, which is pretty much the key to this matchup. But that is definitely one of those situations where it's just like I kind of have to mis-sequence my turn to get max value out of everything, which admittedly doesn't feel great, but we do what we do, right? Next turn's looking like 9-cost Shanks, maybe with the 4-cost alongside it. Maybe holding 2 down up for Igloo and just swinging life, applying some good pressure. I don't really know. We're going to see. Rush Shanks is also an option if he doesn't get many swings at me this turn. Although I get the feeling we're going to be taking a little bit of damage here. 8 here is actually really good for me, because I can let this go and then bring it back to Igloo. And that actually gets the Igloo out of my hand, so we can go 9-cost Shanks and then 4-cost Shanks next turn. And still retain good hand value. We're not, like, wasting cards, right? We're not sitting on an Igloo we're not going to use. If he wants to go 7 at leader... I'm kind of cool with taking that, to be honest, just on the basis we're going to have a really strong next turn. I have to assume this last 4 Dawn is a Rouge, or he's swinging 9. If he swings 9, I get kind of punished. I go down to 1 earlier than I'd like to. But if I counter this, my next turn's fine because I have the Shanks. I'll give the Usa blocker. It's a little bit worse than Lime Juice, in my opinion, for a specific matchup, especially with the Rosie on board. Tashiki's fine, actually. I don't mind Tashiki at all. So we go 12 at... Actually, he only has 4 cards in hand. I don't really want to give him more. So I'm pretty cool with just going 12 at Cavendish here. Probably gets rid of Rosie, right? But if it doesn't, Rushing is what? Actually, I think 12 at Cavendish is right. And we can follow up with Rush Shanks after. Which I know is not what we planned. But I expected a different sequencing from him. So if I go into Rush Shanks, 1, his board is very small. 2, we can apply a lot of pressure here. And then 3, we're not giving him extra cards in hand. If I go 9 cost into blocker, none of that really happens. What if I go 6 at Mihawk? This is a 1k. Rush Shanks is really tempting here because it's just such a good time to play it. Really limits his aggression, limits his cards in hand. If we're going to have a turn to play it, it's going to be right now. That's how I see it out. Anyway, we'll start with 5 at Cavendish. He can free block this a Mihawk, which is fine, because then I can actually swing Mihawk, which I'm totally cool with. Otherwise, actually, I guess I swing... I think no matter what, this 12k swing is going to go into Bonney. That's the thing, right? Even if we swing 12 at 7, he's just going to block with the 5, because it's just a smaller card. I think he blocks this swing, though. He should definitely block the swing. I think countering that was pointless. Because this swing's going to go here, anyway, I figure. Unless you want the blocker for next turn. Yeah, the only reason you would counter this swing is if you want to block this one with this Bonney. Or, sorry, if you want to let this one go through. Which means you're playing hyper... Yeah. He should have just reblocked then, if that was the case. But what are you going to do? We do keep the Mihawk on board, which means we can go tank next turn, or we can just go Dragon and apply a lot of aggression. I mean, we're talking, what, 12, 7, 7, 8, 9? 12, 7, 7, 8, 9 is really good. Actually could be lethal. He needs to do a lot this turn, and I feel like a lot more than he can. Chump Blocker's not quite going to do it. Not having removal for the Rush Shanks, at least that I can discern, is going to be tough, right? If he has 9-cost Shanks here, that's actually pretty fair. He should have played it first, but I digress. I'm actually also pretty content with just letting this game go on longer. There is no shot this Mihawk's swinging at me, so I'm cool with taking this. It also implies I'm bricked. Jesus Christ. It actually works out really nicely that I countered that. I took that hit. So I can counter that now. Yay! So we can go for lethal. I don't necessarily need to. I'm actually just in a good spot to clear his board. Do I have good lethal? I can go 12, it just gets blocked, and then he rests there. Okay. And then I only have 3 swings on 2 cards, or 4 by the end. I don't see a reason to push lethal here when I don't need to. So we'll start with, I think, I play this and I play 4-cost Shanks, maybe. I think I can just play this and then just click forward. 12 to 7, rest the other 12. I play this matchup pretty safe. I don't see a reason to play it unnecessarily risky. He should probably block this swing with Rosinante, I figure. Just kind of debate. It depends on what he thinks I'm going to do with the rest of this dawn. Sure. We will go quick 7 to 5. This is also just dead. In that case, I'm actually pretty cool with going 4-cost Shanks, I think. Is it worth it? It's probably better. Also, in the case he plays something like Luna, it saves us a swing for next turn. Not that that would be enough. It sucks pressing a body, and especially one with equal power, but it's active, which is important in a Bonney. It's a blocker, which doesn't really matter here. But it also turns something into a 2k if I need to save a body. Sure, that doesn't get you anywhere, though. That's the thing, right? Is like, Cody's just not enough, because he physically cannot swing at me 3 times. Being 7k, especially when your board is so small already, it's such a difficult thing to beat through, and he just concedes. GG, we'll play to our opponent. It's a tough matchup for them for sure. Our bosses are just better than theirs. How many 9-cost Shanks is he running? I see 1. I see 1. Played Hody a turn earlier. He could have not. I had enough counter. Yeah, GG. So if he plays Hody a turn earlier, which I think was when he swung really big at the Shanks, yeah, he can do that. I think he just dies after. He wants to rematch? Sure. Oh, right. We're gonna take first this time. I've been liking first in this matchup. Mulligan's hand, I don't particularly like it. This hand's fine. I have Lucky to deal with 3-cost Ashigi, as well as alternatives. This is the 3rd match. I was going to include the 2nd, but there was a slight misclick, so it did get skipped, unfortunately. On his part. But yeah, best of 3. So we'll see how this game goes. Lucky Root probably comes down next turn. This is just an early 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. We'll go a nice easy 6 into Lucky Roo to deal with this potentially. He loses a lot of aggression this turn because he just can't swing. We'll see. We're chilling. Toshiro, sure. Sure doesn't do anything. We'll take this opportunity to pop the Shigi. And then... I feel like he just realized that that's not Slash. We're gonna go... We're gonna go 7, and then if he takes, as I presume he will, we'll Marco Toshiro, and if he blocks and lets it go, we'll just... yeah, there we go. We would still played Marco. It was still worth it, just a body. Nice 6k. Sure, you can play Marco. You can play something out of Marco if he wants, like in a Rouge. He's not playing anything out of... Sorry, Mihawk, not Marco. It doesn't do a whole lot for him. If he does, we just have Becky as a response. Tashigi, sure, that's reasonable. I think so, at least. We'll go easy 8k at life. You can't free block it, which is nice. You can still block 1k. It's still not a great swing. But it does something, and I'll take it. Room Tashigi again. We're going into 10 down with KO Shanks online. That's, like, really good. Yeah, I feel pretty good right now. We're doing well. We can also drop Rush Shanks next turn and just leave it active, which is not something I want to do, but something I'm willing to. Another Mihawk. Ooh. That makes that line pretty tempting, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what all that Dawn's for. 9 here? If it's Carrot, it's Carrot. I don't imagine it's Carrot. It has to be a 4 Dawn. Bonney, sure. In which case, I actually do really like Rush Shanks and leave it active. Because we don't have a great target here, so I'm going to start with 7, as we should. He'll rest me, he'll rest Marco, it'll get free blocked. We'll play Rush Shanks, and we'll swing 5. He can't free block the swing anymore, so he does get to stay active. And we get probably a card out of hand. Sweet, we get a Rouge out. Pass turn. Can't film Shanks this or Dofi it, so we're in a great spot. Probably looking to KO Shanks next turn and just get our big bodies down. Pretty willing to take most hits at life right now. Yeah. We're chilling. Carrot's fine. Carrot's, like, it's a really weak 10 Dawn play, right? Sure. Use our search event. Gotta love Marco, man. I love Marco in these tank lists. It's just... It's so sticky. He's so wonderfully sticky. This is an easy 10k here. 12, 5, maybe pop Carrot, to be honest. I could care less about these blockers, frankly. They're not stopping me from a whole lot. This will get free blocked. Carrot's kind of a prick, not gonna lie. Well, Carrot, yeah. It's just stopping. It's denying a swing every turn, and also is not otherwise have. So I'm perfectly fine with popping one for the sake of ease. Kid is just not great here, right? Especially with 5 cost Marco in hand, like another one, so we can pop more chop blockers for free. He can swing like 1 Mihawk at me and take me down to 3, but I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, Bonney, that's rough. That is rough. We are still going to pop it. We're going to go 12. He'll rest this. We'll get another 12. I'm actually split up my swings, to be honest. Can I go, like... I can go... Oh, it's a 7. Ooh. I can go 7, 7, 9. Get more cards out of hand. I could swing really big into it and guarantee a Mihawk gets out of the way. That's fine. It's actually not a bad turn at all, but I much prefer this going wide approach. Because realistically, we're going to get 2 cards out of hand, and this will take a Mihawk blocker. Oh! My god, look at him go. This dude's cooking. This is generally how the matchup goes. Marco just shows off in this matchup, I'm not gonna lie. He goes crazy. Yeah, I feel pretty good about Bonney with this list. It can get kind of scary at times. If they hit a... Dude, that's such a bull top deck. Okay, wait. Oh, this game's not over, unfortunately. That's such a bull top deck. Ah! Okay. We're fine. I need to adapt and overcome, though, I'm not gonna lie. We will defend board with whatever we can. He can't swing the Mihawks, though, because I just have lethal if he does. He can swing Kid. Yeah, for 8. Does he get Marco? If I save Marco, he can't afford to swing at it, right? So that's actually fine. I'm cool with saving Marco. I still have more cards than he does, and that's what really matters. We're running low on resources, but not as low as he is. There's no way he swings a Mihawk at me. Really? If I counter this, he's in a ton of trouble. Do I want to counter this, though? He has no cards in hand, so I can still go 12 here, 8 here. If I counter this, we're in a really... So if I counter this, he can swing this Mihawk at it, which is fine. But then I just clear all of these. And I have my Uta blocker afterwards. So I can go 12 at Kid. He can rest back mid. I can go 2 on Marco, swing 8, and 3 on Leader and swing 8. If he chooses not to swing the Mihawk, we get to keep the extra swing, and I think we just have lethal in that case, actually. Yeah, we definitely counter that, because I think we just go for game next turn. Yes. We have 5, 7, 9, 9, which is guaranteed math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to rest the 12k Shanks. I think swinging that Mihawk is incredibly greedy. I'm not going to lie. But sometimes it just do not work out. Things that can stop my lethal? A Luna trigger. A Luna trigger would be a pain. This is so close. I do. Yes. I don't know if I'd call it close. You both kind of curved out, and my curve out is just kind of better. It's a rough matchup for Bonney, as I always say. He does get this. So again, I actually really don't need to go for game here. And I mean, I guess I just can, right? That's the thing. Well, if it's like a Luna trigger or something, we're in a really bad spot. He's a Dawn short for what? I guess playing Dawn on Kid. Let's start with an Uta search. We have a ton of extra Dawn, right? A 2k is nice. So I can just clear his board and play Uta. Which really minimizes anything he can do. If this is a Luna trigger, we're just not in a good spot. So I can go 8. And then we'll go 8. Buddha blocker, pass. Unless that's another 9-cost Shanks, we're solid. I mean, there's not much you can do. Is there any other card that can make this a bad spot? Let me think. Carrot could be a little annoying. It just freezes one body though. We still have, 5 swings. When you have so few cards in hand, searchers or swingers. Yeah, that's fine. If he swings this, he'll just lose this too. That's pushing the stall game a little bit, I think. Block. Sure. We go 12 here. Because if I go life, he just blocks. He might not block this. Okay, he blocks that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll need 6 Dong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 11. 5 at life. That's correct, right? Probably. Yeah, we're just grinding up the last couple turns. You know how it is. But yeah, a couple turns ago, I could have gone for lethal. I probably should have. But if it's a Luna trigger, I only have 1 card in hand, and he can just wipe my board. Which is not a good spot to be in. And I'm not willing to gamble on it being a trigger or not being a trigger. Bring that back to Igloo. It's tough. We get the Igloo back. We start with, well, is it Luna trigger? Because we still are in a, we still don't get game this turn if it's Luna trigger, but we're not in a bad spot if it is. He does not have a board of 3 AK bodies and the 9-cost Shanks. He just has an Arouge that's gonna go away in a second. Luna trigger, Pog? Luna trigger? Ah, no Luna trigger. Okay. I'll set the map this out. We'll do our best swings. 8, 9. If he has 2k, he also survives this, kind of funnily. Nope. GG's to our opponent. Well played. Curved out pretty well. GG. It's tough, right? When we see our boss monsters, when we see our curve, there's not a whole lot Bonney can do. And these 5-cost Marcos are just so powerful in this matchup. It's incredible. But yeah. Thank you as well. Honestly, this guy was pretty solid. I've been really struggling to find players today, so this was awesome. But yeah, we'll play to our opponent. Congrats to him. Let's move on. Alright, this Bonney's choosing to go first, as I figure they really first in this matchup. I don't hate this hand because it's very aggressive. We have 4, 6, 8, 10. Looking to probably just again play very, very aggressively. Does it get much better going second if I want to play? Let's keep. I want to try an aggressive hand. You don't get a lot of aggressive hands into Bonney nowadays, so we'll see how this goes. I do like 10-cost Shanks though. That's pretty nice. If he plays Tashigi here, that's actually kind of nice. He's playing 6, let's take. Interesting. We're gonna go our own 5 and play Lucky Roo. We can Marco this, which is very nice. Saves me a lot of time. I assume he's going to go Cavendish here. Yeah, makes sense. I can swing a nice little 6. And then Marco Rossi and pass. We're probably going to backman this Cavendish next turn. We actually pulled into a nice solid late game hand with aggressive options, which is good. Marco's incredible in this matchup, of course. Does get to Shigi. In that case, we are going to go Dragon. Our swings are actually really nice for a Dragon turn, I won't lie. I will give him a 2k here. I will take it. Yeah, we have 6. We have 6, 7, 9. We can actually also put all this into Cavendish and just rip and tear out of his hand, which I'm totally down with. He has no Dawn active. Oh no, he just used it immediately. Okay, that's what happened. I'm going to swing up Lucky Roo because Tashigi's online. We'll go 7, I'll go 9. Probably get a 2k in the Bonney blocker, but that's more cards and defensive value out of hand, so I'll definitely take it. Last turn. His best card here is probably 9-cost Shanks. Anything with the 9-cost Shanks I think is a little slow, but that's also fine with me if he wants to go 9-cost Shanks. He gets a 6k swing at, like, life, and he gets another 6k swing at life. Neither of which mattered to me too much. And then we can just clear this next turn. Yeah, we're in a good spot. He's just these long cards now. We also have another dragon just to keep applying pressure. Swinging board's really good in this matchup. Bonney doesn't have... Like, Bonney has a good amount of bricks. It's not a ton, but it's enough to get by for sure. It's important to note KO Shanks is mostly offline at the moment. So I might need to dedicate our Lucky Roo here to murdering this Tashigi next turn, unfortunately. Interesting that he still swings this, in my opinion. I don't have to counter for it though, so we're kind of running on 2Ks here. That's not helping. Ooh. We don't, like, die. We have a lot of 1Ks. But man, I'd love to play a 2K here. I think we actually can go Rush Shanks, and I'm actually not upset with swinging it, because he didn't have a 9-cost Shanks on curve for Dragon. So, the chance I think we get punished heavily for Rush Shanks is probably low. If we start with 9 here, though... What are my other options? I think we actually go... Rush Shanks does kind of suck, because we only have the 2 swings, actually. I think I go 9, and then I go Rush Shanks 12. And he'll rest Lucky Roo, which sucks, but it is what it is. And we just gamble one of these 2 cards isn't Film Shanks. If it is, that's honestly fine. He rested Leader for some reason. I don't agree with that, for obvious reasons. I guess if he has that, that's fine. He thinks we're super bricked. And he's not, like, entirely wrong, but I don't think he has lethal here. This still sucks. Like, I don't want to counter 6. But we're in a very good spot next turn. Am I good enough spot to willing to take a 6? Not really, no. I will Leader effect and then give my goats yes up, I guess. Gonna give 2 Beckmans here, I think. Yeah, Beckman's not very useful. I just have a lot of 1Ks. I don't have any 2Ks. I don't think so. It's also really good. But we can actually go 9-cost Shanks this turn, and then just kind of go off with defense. We're in a really good spot if we do that. It's actually a really good top deck. Definitely lucky, but I'll take luck in a scenario like this. I'm also very willing to swing Lucky Roo here, I think, because we don't die if we do. The reason I swing this is because, here's the thing. Either this lives, right? And his last card is a counter, in which case his last card is not Hody, which this gets rested anyway. It's like a bluff call, right? Either we rip his last counter, or this is Hody and this gets rested anyway, and we kill this. So if it's Hody, we do good. If it's not, it sucks. Whatever. Low key, I might just let this go. And pop Tashigi. 'Cause No reason to. It's 5-on-5. We can offer up a single KO counter. I wouldn't give that much counter? Not really. Not really. Play another Lucky Roux next turn, probably. I'm assuming this is a boss monster of some sort. Yeah, that makes sense. that adds up. That adds up. Can I counter 19? With our GOAT Lucky Roux, I can. I could have also gone to 7. Is that better? If he just top decks the perfect card, like back to back, it is what it is, frankly. Block, I think, right? Yeah, because we have counter for 15. Yeah. Cool. Look at Giant, dude. It's great. I love Big Willie. It looks so good. GG's. It's just a matter of bosses, frankly. Also, we played a little more progressive hand for sure. Marco and Dragon definitely did work. These are just so good in the green, dude. I can't express how good they are in the green. Popping these annoying little chump blockers that Zoro and Bonney run, especially the Koshiro. Not that we popped one, but still, like, just the fact that it exists is a pain. And getting just good value. I love these two cards. But well played, your opponent. Let's move on. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed those games. That's gonna wrap it up for today, I believe. Just a quick Bonney video. I held a poll on the Shanks Discord server. People voted on what matches they want to look for. Small amount of voters. I didn't give a ton of time, but they said they wanted to look at Bonney. Green, Purple, and Rayleigh were also up there, so I'll definitely look at them in the future. I do want to give each leader a video. Just some for the next, over the next couple weeks until PRVO2 drops, or until OP13 drops at least. I'll probably cover most of them. There's not that many meta leaders at the moment. But, yeah. Here's the list, as usual. Probably just gonna go back up to 4 Shanks. 3 Dragon's great. I love Dragon, but Shanks is really good. both are good. I don't know. I'm not set on my ratios. I never will be. I'm me. I will always be jumping back and forth with these two. But, yeah. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down below. And I will see you next time. Either more Shanks or Smoker. I don't know. Probably more Shanks. Probably more Shanks. We'll see. I don't know what's going on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But I guess on that note, goodbye.